Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back, troops, legionnaires, and new recruits. As always, appreciate you guys and gals taking the time to check out my videos and my channel. All right, in front of you, you see the Kizer Metapropitzol. This is one badass fixed blade, but we're gonna put it to the test. Legionnaires, what are you guys and gals carrying today? Today, I'm carrying my son's Emerson CQC7. He loaned it to me. It's a badass blade. What do you guys and gals got? Veterans, active military, this is some combat blade. Okay, we want to just say thank you very much for your service and enjoy the video. Troops, let's go over some quick specs. We are looking at an overall length of 10.83 inch. Blade style, they're saying it's a Tonto. Looks like a drop point to me, but it says Tonto, so I'm going to go with that. Blade length is 5.59 inch. Blade thickness is 0.14 inch. Blade material is D2. Now, a lot of you have some concern about the D2. I've tested out D2, practically this size, always worked out for me, but we're gonna put this knife to the test. Handle length is 5.24 inch. Handle material is a green micarta. The weight is 9.56 ounce. It's one awesome blade. Let's do a close-up. Legionnaires, let's do a quick close-up. Let's check out this awesome Tonto blade. I love it. I think it's fantastic. High saber grind, and it's got this reinforced edge over here for the tip. It's a thin blade, and there's a lot of the subscribers out there who had some concern, but you know what? I'm going to test it out. I'm going to be chopping two different types of wood, some pressure treated and some of this hardwood right here. Okay, the spine is sharp for scraping. There's also some nice jimping over here, and it feels pretty good if you need to do the close-up work. Check out the handle. The handle is contoured very nicely. Awesome design. Beautiful grooves over here. Fit and finish is fantastic. Black liners all the way around the knife. Full tang goodness. Just done so well. Scales are removable. And there is the opposite side, just awesome. As you can see, there's some nickel silver bolsters over here. Me personally, I would rather have a protruding tang rather than these nickel silver bolsters and some form of a lanyard hole. But we're gonna test it out and see how it works out without a lanyard hole. All right, a small Kizer logo. The opposite side, just the name of the designer and the name of the knife, Metaproptisol. Fantastic, okay? Feels really great in the hand. Forward grip and reverse grip. I think this would be a great hunting knife, combat knife. A lot of people are saying camp knife. I have to agree. I think this might be a good all-rounder, but we're gonna test it out. So you know what? Let's check out the sheath and we'll get to it. Quick look at the Kydex sheath. Here we go. The knife is already in. It is fantastic. It is a taco style Kydex sheath. It's got plenty of rivets so you could wrap around lanyard or put a pouch over here, maybe a piece for a ferro rod to hold the ferro rod in, whatever one desires. There is that option over here. All right, we have a little bit different carrying system. Okay, it is a Kydex dangler that is adjustable for horizontal and vertical carry. Not bad. I kind of like this setup. Let's pop the knife back in. No rattle. It stays in there, nice and quiet. Done very well. Let's test this out now. Legionnaires, I got a couple of different pieces of wood we're gonna test this knife out with. I know you guys are chomping at the bit to see how this knife performs in D2 steel this thin. I have no issue with this knife. I think it'll do just fine, but I'm gonna prove it to you guys and gals. So let's get started. All right, troops, let's start off with the pressure treated wood. Now I want you to see something. I've got a nice knot right here. And there's another knot right here. So I'm gonna be concentrating in this area. So let's see how it works out, okay? Let's get started. As you can see, I'm not playing any games. I'm going right for the jugular. We're doing the knot first, right off the bat. Wow, look at that deep cut right there. I am going to use every part of the blade as much as I can, but so far, so good. I definitely could use a lanyard, I'll tell you what, but because of the ergonomic design of the handle, it's not so bad. Now, it did eat through that knot, which is great. So far, so good. Just some sap from the wood. Other than that, the edge is looking good, especially after chopping through that knot. I know everybody has a concern over D2, so, you know, we're putting it to the test, man. Look at that, it's just sticking in there. Even though the blade is thin, it's working out pretty good, okay? Let's keep going. Now, the description did say it was good for chopping, and that's what I'm gonna do. Let's use the front part of the blade. Still going through that knot. We're looking good, we're looking good. We still have another knot to go through. Let's go through its paces. Keep on chopping, troops. Now we're cutting. Look at that. Some nice cutting. So far we're looking good. So far so good. So let's keep going. Still chopping through that knot, troops. Still chopping through that knot. Nice. Okay, real quick. Let's take a look at the sharpness. Okay, Okay, still making some nice curls over here. Looking good so far. All right, let's keep going. Again, using every part of the blade that I can. Making sure I'm going through this knot. Let's do it. We're almost through, troops, and we are still looking good. Let's keep going. All right, good to go. All right, Legionnaires, let's try something a little bit different. I got a nice hard piece of wood over here. Let's just do some chopping through this. So far, so good. Not bad at all. Now, I just want you guys and gals to know there is a slight bend in the blade. That's a shame. Maybe you guys and gals are right. This is just too thin for D2. However, the function is still there, and we're still going to keep on going. Let's turn this around. It's got a nice V right there, so it did a good job. Let's finish it up this way. There we go. All right, good job. Now, check it out. Just a slight bend. It's just slight, you know, but still functional all in all. And it looks like it's still pretty sharp. All right, let's move on. So let's see how the knife holds up through batoning. I'm gonna go through that knot. First things first, okay? Especially right where that bend is. Whoops. Let me just reposition. Keep on going. All right, good. Bend is still there. Bend is still there, troops. Let's keep going though. So far, even though that bend is there, it's still functional, and we're going to keep on going. let's go through that knot. All right, that was good. That went through no problem. Let's try this other piece of hardwood. Okay, that was pressure treated wood that I tried. Let's do the hardwood. Let's go right down the center. Let's get these out of the way. That was easy. Let's keep going. All right, cool. All right, we're looking good. Again, same bend, still slight, not a big deal. Okay, something I haven't done in a while, a little bit of horizontal batoning. I'm gonna try both pieces of wood, see what it does. Well, that worked pretty well. Let's see. Okay, good, this is the hardwood. Let's try the pressure treated. That worked out well. One more. Good. Let's just finish this off. All right, let me pick all that stuff up and we'll check it out. Did the job. Here is the hardwood. Here's that pressure treated wood. So let's keep going. Let's do a quick sharpness test. It seems to be getting worse, the bend, okay? However, the sharpness is still there, troops. It's kind of nuts. I mean, it's just cut through this stuff without any problem. All right, got a little bit of cardboard over here, and you know, it's just cutting right through. It's sharp. Okay, the only problem is that it is bending and it seems to be getting a little bit worse. Now let's do some feather sticks, okay, or some individual curls. Now it is windy over here, so things are going to be flying off, but as you can see, this is the hardwood, okay, with the bark. And it is definitely making individual curls. And I'm also using that bended area over there just to show you that even though the steel is a little deformed, it's sharp. All right. Let's see if I can make a feather stick now. Okay, just a small example. It's making the feather sticks on the hardwood. Let's test out the pressure treated wood. Okay, individual curls, and again, they're flying away. However, it's still doing it, even by that area that's bent. Here we go. Not the greatest looking feather stick, but again, to show you that it is capable. Troops, one thing I want to try is the spine. I want to see if it will make some kind of wood fluff. Now, just bear in mind, it is very windy over here. Hopefully we'll see the scrapings, but I guarantee you they're going to be flying all over the place. Okay, so this is the hardwood piece. That's with the bark. Okay, that's with the jimping. Okay, so it is scraping. I could see it. So if I had a piece of fat wood, you know, it would work. So The jimping where the spine is, that's working good. You can see the small accumulation right here. And that's more than enough to get something going. Let's see in the sharper area. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, cool. See, it's flying away, but still doing it. Now, let's try it from the piece of pressure-treated wood. Let's see what it does. All right, it's scraping, it's flying off. You'll see it in the video. I'll try and get a close-up as best as possible, but the spine is definitely working where the jimping is. That's good enough for me. Let's move on. Let's test out this tip. So if the blade bent, we'll see if the tip will bend now. Whoops. Sorry about that, troops. Just making a divot, that's all, something simple, and I'm also going to try it on the hardwood. Making the divot, but let's see if the tip is okay. Let's do a real good close-up over here. You see that? That tip looks good so far. Let's try the hardwood. All right, got a little piece of hardwood over here. Again, something real world. That chopping for me is real world. And the knife did have a little failure. I am not sure if it's the heat treat, my particular knife, or if it's just D2 the way that acts when it's that thin. But I have tested out other manufacturers' knives. I could swear just this thin and it always come through. Pressing as hard as I can. Legionnaires, once again, I want to test out the sharpness. I want to do it in front of you. Even though, again, that bend is there, for some reason, this knife is still sharp. I mean, it's just breezing right through this twist tie right here, okay? This is some tough plastic, all right? And it's just going right through, all right? Where the bend is, I'll cut it where the bend is. It's going right through. So the sharpness is not the issue here. Let's do the cardboard again. All right, right where that bend is. It's not the issue. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I have to talk to Kizer about that bend. However, the sharpness, man, it's insane sharp after cutting, you know, and chopping through that wood. All right, now, let's just do another feather stick. I got myself a nice long stick here. Okay, where the bend is. All right, still doing it. This way, because I want to show you still how sharp this is. There we go. All right, see that? So I'm still making curls. I'm still cutting things left and right. It's insane sharp. It's just a shame about that bend. And let's conclude. All right, troops, what can I say? The knife did experience a hiccup, okay? As you could clearly see, there is a bend in the blade, and this happened when I was chopping the knots on the pressure-treated wood. However, the good news is it did do all this work over here. So now that you understand the capabilities of this knife, you may just want to stick to doing bushcrafting with it or camp chores. Maybe take it on a hike and, not do any kind of hard chopping with the knife. Other than that, this knife, it did a good job in my opinion. I kind of like it, and hopefully I can talk with the Kizer people and maybe send it back to them and see if there is something wrong with the knife, or, you guys and gals could be right that the knife is too thin for D2. All right, troops, legionnaires, and new recruits, my honest opinion, you saw the test for yourself. This is what I do with all my knives. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know, like, share, subscribe. I want to bring awareness to everybody, hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military that once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. At the end of this video, please pause on the slides, read the phone numbers, check out the websites, read a heartfelt message from a Legionnaire, Martin Miller. He has a heartfelt message. He is one of your own. Please seek the help that you all have earned and deserve. Troops, again, wish I had better news for this knife. I still think it's a pretty good knife. And, it'll be up to you guys and gals if you want it or not. At the ready, troops, hold the line. Take care. Legionnaires!